until you're in. Why don't you go to the beach?
Mauxir is the newest addition to the Snowbreak roster. She is less complicated than her 4-star version and offers straightforward buffs to her teammates. She is a support character that shouldn't be underestimated and can augment your team to be more powerful. With that out of the way, let's cover her skills, builds, and team setups. Dance of the Undead is Mauxir's standard skill. When using this skill, Mauxir will spin her doll around and chuck it at the enemy. This skill can be held down to increase its distance and damage. The doll will track towards the main target and suck up other targets in its path before it causes a huge explosion. This spin charge also damages nearby enemies.
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! I'm joking! Stop!
Her neuron skills will extend blast radiuses and movement speed when you're charging. This skill damage is based off Mauxir's max HP. Mauxir's ultimate is called Cyclical Collapse. This ability fires a triangle beam that deals chaos damage and slows down everything in its path. When upgraded by neuron skills, the slow duration will be extended to 5 seconds and increase its damage further. This skill damage is based off Mauxir's max HP. Okay, for the real reason you clicked on this video.
Target under control. Target under control.
Mauxir's support skill. Vein Squeezing Bind shares similar features to the orbs that her 4-star version uses. When using her support skill, her doll will bind to a main target and 3 sub-targets. You can tell which enemy is the main target when a thick line is connected to them. All these targets will receive damage over time based off Mauxir's match HP throughout its duration. The duration is over when the yellow bar depletes. When shooting the doll, it will transfer 110% of the damage to the main target. This does not have to go through defense twice, so you will get the full transfer damage. This works as a final damage buff that's multiplicative and not additive. You can abuse this by stacking multiple buffs, most notably with 5-star Yao with Space Cowboy. Her neuron skills will increase her self-target count from 3 to 5, and will reduce your cooldown if the main target is defeated while the doll is still out. Manifestation 1 is a huge power spike for this support skill. It will provide crit rate based off weapon type when hitting the doll. Snipers and shotguns both get a 100% crit rate, which is the same as a headshot, which basically means that if you have an M1 Mauxir on your team, you should be shooting the doll instead for the extra transfer damage. What's really cool is you know when your doll is getting hit when it turns red. This is fantastic in co-op when you want to see how everyone ignores your doll and while you stay locked in place.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never.
At Manifestation 3, you can potentially increase the duration of the doll from 10 seconds to about 15 seconds if you completely max out Mauxir's HP from all sources. You would also need to equip a Chaos weapon to enjoy this benefit. At Manifestation 5, the transfer proportion will be increased to 120% final damage instead of 110%. In my opinion, this is one of the most powerful 5th manifestations in the game, as it can raise final damage for your main DPS. But spend wisely on Gacha. Her Duo's alignment functions as a constant buff. In the bottom left corner, you can see this buff icon count up to 10. Once it reaches 10, the next shot that deals damage will get crit rate and extra crit damage. This is the prime opportunity to deal massive damage on top of all your stacked buffs. For weapons, her best onslaught is Alloy Truth, as it raises her HP and provides a variety of buffs to her teammates, such as attack and crit damage. Frigate Bird is a second best choice, as it can still buff your main DPS with a thick attack buff. Wave is her third best, as it offers a smaller attack buff but more HP. A tier 5 Wave is as good as a tier 2 Frigate Bird. However, if you have her third manifestation, then you'll want to run Wave for the longer support skill duration. You should only be running the new event logistics, the Amarna squad, on the new Mauxir. This logistics is very broken, being even more powerful than the Twilight squad. There really is no competition for other logistics on her. Her best teammate is 5-star Yao, due to her benefiting from the entirety of Mauxir's kit. 5-star and 4-star Finny are also very powerful contenders, as their shotguns can deal insane damage to Mauxir's doll. 5-star Xinxing is also a strong pick due to the doll acting as an extra part of the enemy to amplify her chain damage. Sadly, 5-star Haru does not benefit from the doll very well, and hardly has any synergy with 5-star Mauxir. If you're curious about Haru, we have some videos about her here, and if you're looking for something else or have a question, be free to leave a comment or subscribe. And as always, take care.